So what about all the stuff that the white people catch and go through that we don't get? Ain't that a curse to them? Wouldn't that be considered that?
We suffer an identity crisis right now. We're the real Walking Dead. You ever seen that TV show? We are the real Walking Dead because we don't know nothing. We just walking around just doing nothing. Work, eat, sleep, play the video game, get high, drunk, party.
And that there be no divisions among you.
He say don't be no divisions. Why black people divided right now? Yeah. We the most divided people on the planet. How the heck? We so crazy. We divided by colors. You got blue on, I got red. Or I'm on the north side, you on the west side. Democrat, Republican. We the most divided people. That's retarded.
You can't really say that because we raised like this. So from where we come from, we got different backgrounds too.
Listen. Listen. What I'm saying is, I understand the things that we do. Now, the thing is, we have to change it. Why did God allow us to go into slavery? We're talking about a bunch of stuff. Answer that question.
Why God allowing any of this shit that's going on right now?
Yeah, because we all got free will, and unless we unite and stand up and take back what's ours, we'll forever be
What you think?
held down and slave.
Why did God, you know what I'm saying, why did God allow this to happen to us and not the Chinese man? Because you can't find no pictures of the white man going through this. You can't find no pictures of the Asian man going through this or the Arab.
Why did he let it happen? Because he was absent. But we've been punished for what?
Okay, so now we're going to show you, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. Moses already prophesied this. When we came out of Egypt, Moses gave us the law. Moses knew this was going to happen because we hard-headed people. We're the most hard-headed people on the planet. Why? Because the condition shows it right now. Now we're going to give you the answer. Why? Because all of us been to school. But yet nobody has gave us a clear answer as to why was we brought here as slaves. Now the Bible going to tell you clear cut. Read that real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now Moses talking to us. He say, listen, this will happen if you will not listen to God. Go ahead.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now Moses told the children of Israel to say, if you don't do God's commandments, all these curses gonna come up on thee and overtake you. Now, is a curse something good or bad?
It's bad.
It's bad, right? Now we're gonna go through some of these curses. I want you to tell me what race of people went through this. Give me verse 68.
Verse 68.
Now, hold on. Read verse 46, a sign and a wonder first.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee.
The curse, right? The curse shall be upon thee. Hold on.
For a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So these curses gonna be upon our children forever, meaning 2025, you will still be able to identify the curses of the children of Israel today. Now, what's your question?
So what about all the stuff that the white people catch and go through that we don't get? Ain't that a curse to them? Wouldn't that be considered that?
Not the curse that God gave up on us.
They got
the white man can't even stand in the sun. That's a curse, yes.
Exactly.
But we're dealing with the curse that God put on the children of Israel. They curses, they gonna be, listen,
because they ain't us. They got a different curse.
Yes, they do. But we're talking about the curse on our people, right?
Right.
Because we have to identify who we are, because right now, we don't know who we are. Black man does not have no identity. Everything has been stripped from the black man. Because if you ask 10 black men what's your nationality, you're going to get 10 different answers. So right now, the Lord say, hey, this is the clue as to who you are. Now we got to go back and read the Bible because God left curses on us. So we're going to read into a couple curses. Give me verse 68. Because it's important to know, because as a black man, you got to know who you are.
Yeah, but that's easy to say. But when people read up on different stuff and somebody tell you something different, but it makes sense, then you know what I'm saying?
That's why you as a man, guess what you gotta do? Pick up this Bible and read it for yourself. Don't let nobody tell you anything without showing you the proof. What we're doing is we opening the book and now we're going to show you the proof. And guess what? We want you to go fact check it. Read verse 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He say one of the curses was we was gonna go back into Egypt again with ships. We walked out of Egypt the first time. So what is he saying about Egypt? What is he calling Egypt? He said because one of the signs is you going back into Egypt. Remember when I'm saying in Egypt the first time we were slaves under Pharaoh over 400 years. So let's see what the word Egypt means, right? Read that real quick.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
You see what Egypt means? The house of bondage, meaning restraints, meaning servitude. I mean, nothing slavery, servitude, right? So now he said in Deuteronomy 28, read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
Or slavery or bondage
again with ships.
He said, now you're going back into bondage with ships. How do we get to America? Most of us. Slave ships, right? They packed us like sardines on a slave ship. You can watch Roots. You can watch 12 Years a Slave. This is history. He said the children of Israel, now you're going back into captivity, but this time you're going on a slave ship, right? Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Just as Moses said it was going to happen, go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
He said you're not going to see your homeland again. We ain't been back to Jerusalem. We ain't been back to Africa. He said you're not going to go back to your homeland. You will never see it again. How do we know that? Because we right here in North America. We right here where the slaves was brought to St. Louis. We ain't left. The most of us haven't. He said you won't see your homeland again. But there's more.
And there.
He said in there, where the slave route went. It went to South America, North America, Central America, Asia, Europe, India, Australia. He say in there where that slave ship docked,
ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
He said you're going to be sold to your enemies. Who sold us here? What race of people sold us? Right here, the white man. The Caucasian man. He said you're going to be sold unto your enemy. Let's see what for.
For bond men,
for slave man,
and bond women,
and slave woman. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
No man should free you. You have Marcus Garvey, Nat Turner, Martin Luther King, the Black Panthers. You have the Black Revolutionaries trying to free us. What happened to them? Most of them got put to death, right? Or thrown in jail. He said, ain't nobody gonna free you from this oppression. Even in 2025, we still are not free. Now I'm saying we still oppressed. Now that's one curse right there, right? Give me verse 48. Because remember, you got some people claiming to be the real Jews, but according to this curse, they should be under this curse right now. Don't white people not under that. The Jewish man owned everything. Am I right or wrong? He owned the Jewish hospital, all the record labels, all your basketball teams. They run the whole planet. But according to Moses, they should be under the curse right now. But we fit that, right? There's another curse real quick.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
He say, now this curse, therefore you're going to serve your enemies. Let's see what for.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
So guess what? God sent the white man against us. Because we broke his commandments. He sent them to come punish us. Now he say you're going to serve your enemies, right?
In hunger.
He said, now you got to serve your enemies in hunger. Who fed us in slavery?
You say who fed?
No. Fed us in slavery. Fed us. What race of people fed us in slavery? The white man, right? If you want to buy something today, who feed us today? The white man, right? Because we don't own Sam's Club. We don't own Popeyes. We don't own anything as a race of people to feed our own people. That's a curse under God because every other race can feed themselves.
So us not getting along and sticking together, was that part of the curse?
That's part of it too. But the reason why we went into slavery is because we hated each other back then. We hate each other now, and we was doing the same thing back then. So therefore, God had to punish us. He said now you got to serve your enemy in food. Go ahead.
And in thirst.
He say now you got to serve your enemies in thirst. If you don't pay your water bill, who cut it off? The white man, right? If you want to buy some Aquafina, do we own that? Do we own any liquor? What do the black man own that we can provide for ourselves? Nothing, right? But you got these Arabs come over here, they get liquor stores. You got the Chinese man coming all the way from Asia. How was it that they got corner stores in our neighborhood? You mean to tell me though no black man got that credit? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't own the stores? That's a curse. God said you're going to serve your enemies in thirst, right? Go ahead.
And in nakedness.
He said we're going to serve your enemies in clothing. Who gave us clothes in slavery? The white man, right? What do we own right now for our own clothes? We don't own nothing, do we? We have FUBU, the name, but we don't own the cotton. Didn't we pick cotton going here? We don't got no stocks in cotton. But yeah, we picked all the cotton here. The black man, we don't own no textile fabric as a nation. That's crazy. We are a race of people, but we can't provide our own clothes. We have to go to the enemy. That's a curse. Keep reading.
And in want of all
he
things.
Said you got to go to your enemies and want of all things. If you want to buy a house, who you got to go to? You want to buy a car, who you got to go to? Matter of fact, if you want to own this barbershop, who you got to ask? You know what I'm saying? If you want to live in country, who you got to ask? He said you're going to serve your enemy in the want of all things. Everything the black man wants, he has to ask his enemy. Because we don't run anything here in America. We don't own nothing as a race. Keep reading.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed
He said,
thee.
and this man gonna put a chain on your neck till he have destroyed thee. Who put yokes and irons on our neck? What race of people did that? The white man, right? And when the chains came off, what happened to him? He was destroyed. We lost our nationalities. We don't know who we are. Now we hate each other. You know, we have no clue of anything because they treated us worse than animals. You understand that? God say this man was gonna put a yoke of iron on your neck until he what?
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have destroyed us, because we are a destroyed race of people. So what we're doing is we're showing our people that we are the real Jews according to the Bible. Because that Jewish man, he's not going to kill us. You understand? And give me verse 30. Your sons and daughters should go into captivity.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another
He
people.
say our sons and daughters was going to be given to another people. Who did that happen to? Who took our sons and daughters? That didn't happen to the white man. That didn't happen to the Asian man. That didn't happen to the Arab man. That happened to our kids. He said your sons and daughters going to be given to another people, right?
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Meaning, guess what? There was nothing you could do about it. How do you know that? Because when you watch the slave movies, what happened? Matter of fact, don't send your kids to school. Who gonna come knock on your door? Child services, right? And the child services take your kid. It's real hard to get them back, ain't it? It's the same thing. He say your kid's gonna be given to another people. Is that it?
And there shall be no might in thy
The
hand.
black man ain't got no might in his hand. We can't do nothing here. Hell, we can't even get along with each other. Why is that? Because when you go in the Asian community, they not doing that. When you go out there to Chesterfield on the Duke, they not killing each other like that. But when you out here on the north side of North County, what's going on? Yeah. And hey, you can go to Chicago, LA, Florida, everywhere black people at. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is how you know this is a curse coming from God, because everywhere black people at, we do the same thing. You don't think the white man knows? You don't think he know who we are? Yeah, he know. So what we're doing is, hold that, give me Jeremiah 17:4. Because we suffer an identity crisis right now. You know what I'm saying? We the real Walking Dead. You ever seen that TV show? We are the real Walking Dead because we don't know nothing. We just walking around just doing nothing. Work, eat, sleep, play the video game, get high, drunk, party. That's it. What is the black man really doing? But I'm gonna show you something real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
Who is discontinued from their heritage? Because every other race got their heritage. We don't have to. What culture is the black man? I mean, I'm saying doing, because we celebrate European culture right now. Thanksgiving, I'm saying Christmas, New Year's, all this stuff. The black man is celebrating European culture. God said, what? Read again.
That's why I don't celebrate that.
Yeah, that's good. Don't celebrate it. Keep going.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
God gave us a heritage. We got Passover, New Moon, Feast of Dedication. Many of our people don't know anything about that, but yet they go to church. All this in the Bible. All this is in the Bible, what God wanted us to celebrate, but many of our people don't know what's in it because you ain't been taught properly. Keep going.
And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
He said, I'm going to cause you to serve your enemy, the white man, in the land which thou knowest not, because they drug us over here. After they took this land from our Native American brothers and our Latino brothers, they came to Africa and Europe, and they came and got the rest of us. But by that time, it was America already. He said, you're going to serve your enemies, right? Go ahead.
For ye have kindled a fire in my anger.
We pissed God off. We made God.
How you mad at us? We didn't do it.
Yes, well, our ancestors did. Yeah, but guess what? You're right. And guess what? We didn't physically do it, but guess what? Our ancestors did it. Yeah, so yes, blame our ancestors, but guess what? We could change that now, though. We can correct the curses. Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. Because God give us a solution. Yes, our ancestors did that. They didn't want to keep the law. Because guess what happened when a Negro get a lot of money and power? You can't tell them nothing. You seen, you know what I'm saying, paid in for New Jack City. You know what happened when we, you know what I'm saying, we get big-headed. We abuse it, and you know what? What God? I'm God. God ain't do this. But when you get jammed up and you locked up, who we calling up? You try to call on God, right? But I'm going to show you what God said, right?
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1.
Now, this the other side Moses said. He gave the blessing and the curse, and guess what? We agreed to both of them, right?
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now Moses said, if you shall listen to God, go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
God said, Moses said, if you do what God said, we will rule the planet. He said, you're going to be above all nations. But right now, where are we? We're on the bottom, right? We're on the bottom of society right now. You can't get no lower than us.
So if we was all stick together and everything fall in place, would you still say there's God? I'm asking. Or is that us?
Well, that's it. Hold up. Give me Zephaniah 2 and 1. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you if it's together under God's laws, then yeah, that's the spirit of God. Yes. But I'm gonna show you how God wanted to be done. Get that.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
God said, gather together, O nation not desired. Now, first off, you have to realize you're not desired. Many of our people think we desired. Here in America, a lot of us, for some reason, we live under a false illusion that people love us. Because now you got a good job. Now you can go buy you a house. You can ride around in the car about some Jordans. We under the misillusion that people love us or that we not still in oppression. So first off, you got to realize that you still oppressed. God say gather together, O nation not desired, but it's more. Give me speak the same mind. Because think about it. What happens when black people gather together at a party or something, or like an event? What normally goes on? A shoot, a fight go on, somebody die, right? Because we gather together, but you're not gathered together in the same mind. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a different ideology or a different belief system or whatever. It's just you just got a bunch of black people together. But God wants us to gather together, but guess what we have to do? Read that real quick.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10.
There's all the answers in the Bible. The problem is we just got to pick it up and read it. Stop going to church and letting your pastor lie to you. That's good. Don't go. Because if he ain't teaching you Christ is black and you the real Jew, why go? He ain't doing no but teaching white supremacy. But read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ,
go ahead,
that ye all speak the same thing.
So that stipulations under gathering together. God say speak the same thing. Is that it?
And that there be no divisions among you.
He say don't be no divisions. Why black people divided right now? Yeah. We the most divided people on the planet. How the heck? We so crazy. We divided by colors. You got blue on, I got red. Or I'm on the north side, you on the west side. Democrat Republic. We the most divided people. That's retarded.
You can't really say that because we raised like this. Too, from where we come from, we got different backgrounds too.
Listen. Listen, what I'm saying is I understand the things that we do. Now, the thing is we have to change it. You understand? I understand the way we was brought up. We understand why we was brought up that way because you only did what you knew. But guess what? When you know better, you're going to do better. That's why God's sending the prophets back. That's why God said, you know what? It's time to wake my people up. Now he's showing us the true way to live. Because yes, we did form gangs and all that, and then it just got out of control. But that's because we were suffering in identity crisis. We have no idea who we are. Now we're finding out we are the sons of God. You understand that?
Yeah, so as far as people that's Muslims, why it seem like they book just make so much sense the way Muslims. Well, yeah, why it seem like they book so
because I'm gonna tell you something. Because
so easy going and not with all the vibes.
Because you gotta think about it. When you think about the Nation of Islam, they got somewhat of a structure, but that's still not the way. That's a false idol because that's the Arab man religion. The Arabs had this. The reason why our people enter Islam is because of the sub-Saharan slave trade. Most of us don't know about that. The Arabs enslaved us and made us worship Islam. That's why wood and stone. What's that? I'm gonna show you the two biggest religions that God said we was gonna be into. Because what's the two biggest religions black people into?
These dudes.
Christianity, Islam, right? And what does Christianity represent? Like a wooden cross, right? And when you think about Islam, what that represents? Like a stone, right? The cobblestone, right? Let's get that in the Bible.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
He said he was going to scatter us among all the nations, right?
From one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers.
No, hold on. Remember, Deuteronomy is still the curse. This is the curses right now because we still under the curse. So I'm showing you the curse of us being in Christianity and Islam. I'm showing you that Moses knew that was gonna happen. So he said he gonna scatter us among the nations. Go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
He said, and now in these countries, you gonna serve other gods, right? Let's see.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Our ancestors ain't know nothing about Christianity and Islam. Yeah, right. But go ahead.
Even wood and stone.
Wood and stone. The Christianity represents that cross, that wood, and the Islam represents the cobblestone. Moses said we was gonna serve these false gods. Wood and stuff. That's in the Bible. Matter of fact, did you know the word nigga was in the Bible? You see that? Acts 13:1. I'm some nigga just mean black. They been calling us that. They just added the extra G and just tried to make it bad. But we're gonna show you that our ancestors was called that. Imagine if you knew the word nigga was in the Bible. Nigga in the Bible. They called them niggas. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you. What they don't want you to do. They rather you pick up a gun and smoke and get high than pick this Bible. Let me show you some. Read that.
Acts chapter 13 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
That's in the Bible. They was called nigger, prophets. Who's called nigger today? So that's letting you know. Give me another color scripture. Give me Job. Listen, this is the blackest book on earth. What just happened is they just painted a white image, and remember, we couldn't read or write in slavery, so they had a 200-year, you know what I'm saying, reading. So when they did, think about it. They like to say God love everybody, right? But what was that teaching doing slavery? How come God didn't love us then when y'all was rape, rob, and murdering us? But now all of a sudden a black man can read. God love everybody.
Because you said we had already broke the commandment.
Right, but what I'm saying is now they're taking the same book and now they're trying to apply God loves everybody. But what I'm saying is they didn't apply that in slavery. Why not apply that teaching then? But all of a sudden now when a black man can read and we can see that God don't love everybody, now all of a sudden they God loves everybody.
So far the other books have been rewritten. Then why y'all don't feel like that one happened?
Because this right here is the 1611 King James, right?
No, it's not.
He was a black man, the last one of the last ruling kings in Scotland and England. He translated this to English. So we use this because this is the most accurate book. Now you got new translations that they take stuff out. But right here is God left this with us to learn the commandments, learn who we are, so we go off of this book. Because they got a Queen James Bible. You gonna read that? No, because this was authorized before we was brought here as slaves.
What I'm saying is we know what we're talking about.
Let me ask you, what you see wrong with this book? Name something.
Nothing. What I heard?
What you hear? What you heard about this? Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. When people think about King James, what do they say? He a homosexual, right? But they never name his boyfriend.
Okay, which is what?
How come the most famous king that so-called changed the Bible, where's his boyfriend at? Because when you look up King James, he's a black man and he had a family. We got the book.
How do you know that's the original and the other one's not?
Because give me John 8:32. This is how you know, bro.
But look, you study giving scriptures out of all of them got scriptures. The ones that you say that's not for us, it's gonna give you wise for it. It's just like this one do. You feel what I'm saying?
It's not. That's why, and I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you something real quick.
John chapter 8 verse 32.
This what God said.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
He said you should know the truth, and the truth should make you free. Right now, now I'm gonna show you. But I'm gonna show you what I mean is you're gonna be free from mental slavery. Meaning free from learning that this because this image is not in the Bible. This is how we know it's a true book because where is the scripture on the white Jesus? You cannot find it nowhere in there. But I guarantee you, we can find this image right here in the book. No, that's right one right there. You understand?
No Bible is they talking about. No Bible they talking about right now.
That's what I'm saying. You can't find no there. Unless they made up a fake Bible, but you can't find it's nowhere in the 1611 this image. It's not in there. You understand that? But you can find the picture of Jesus Christ in there. But let me show you something about the Bible. I'm gonna show you how God wants us to be study and show ourselves approved. What's in the Bible? Because it's just like anything, bro. If you want to become a doctor or a lawyer, right? What must you get? You don't just break up overnight and say, I want to be a lawyer. You gotta read and study, right? You gotta read and study, right? Key words, right? That's what God said about saying. So to understand the Bible, it's the same way. You can't just pick the book up and just, oh, I got it now. No, it's
Read, breaking the law, skim through it, and read.
Read it. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God.
Study to show thyself approved. Go ahead.
Unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Rightly dividing the word of truth, because when you study it, guess what? Can't nobody lie. We study, bro. So when somebody come with the Bible saying something, show me the scripture. Because we're gonna go to the precepts and show you. Because we study it, and that's why we're coming to our people with this knowledge, so you can become the same way. Because think about it. Imagine if all black people just get on one accord under God's laws, and we start doing what God said. Man, this system will collapse. You understand that? If we just start applying God's laws, America will fall. But who upholds America? We do. We love their holidays. We love their sports. Thank you. How is it that we can see the oppression, but then we celebrate them in the same breath?
Because we already in it. It ain't never quick. It ain't never easy to just stop doing what you've been doing.
It is. It is.
You ain't never just stop doing nothing.
We have to change. No, it changed. I'm telling you, we won't change, but we won't change.
Right.
You understand that? You gotta. It's the same thing. Like say you want to become good or something. You have to change.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.